to the January, what's the date today?
27th.
27th, finally getting going, Shade Tree Commission meeting. Before we get into the agenda, unfortunately, we have to do our reorganization, our annual reorganization, where we elect a chair and vice chair. So that'll just hopefully just take a few minutes. I don't think we're going to have any floor fights over that, hopefully. Any recommendations, any nominations for chair?
I nominate Jack.
Okay. Anybody second? Okay. And just for expediency, I'll nominate Gus to be another year of vice chair. He did a very good job last year.
I'll second that.
Okay.
Thanks.
Any other nominations? Okay. All in favor of myself for chair?
Aye.
All in favor of Gus for vice chair?
Aye.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
Oh, Robert.
All right. First on the agenda, 198 Berwyn Circle, tabled from last month. Is there somebody here for that? Please come forward to the podium, and I'm hoping the mics are working.
Show you this. This is from last.
Just introduce yourself, please, and give us a little information about your plan and any effect it might have on trees on your property.
Yep, my name is William Holmes, the homeowner at 198 Berwyn Circle, and we planned to put a pool in. And there's no plans to cut down any trees. We have plans to protect the trees along our driveway with some fencing. And that's basically it.
And you're here because you're moving soil?
We're moving soil.
Okay.
Yep.
Guys, I'm having a little bit of a back issue, so I'm going to depend on you to look at the plans and let me know if you see any problems in terms of the access or where the soil's going. And I assume the tree protection is showing.
It is. The tree protection is very clear. I imagine you're going to use the main drive to take the soil on and off. So
Yes.
you're not going to create another area of
That's correct.
disruption on any ground or
Nope.
around tree roots.
Hey, John, we don't have our whatever the magnifier. I'm wondering why we don't have that today, so people can show their plans on here. I don't know what they call that. Okay, sorry to interrupt.
That's all right.
Just technical difficulty.
Just put the plans right on the table and you'll be all right now.
Yeah. I can do that.
Oh, okay. There we go.
Oh, there you are.
Okay, I was looking for a machine, but it's up top. Thanks. Okay.
So this is the driveway here.
Mm-hmm.
Tree protection along that five trees. The pool site's up here in the back lawn.
Okay.
This is all existing driveway leading from Berwyn Circle Road here up to the main house. They'll be just using that pre-paved driveway to haul the dirt,
Okay.
all the equipment.
Tree protection. The tree protection is just going to go right there.
It's right on the driveway,
Right on the
but
driveway.
right there with that photo.
Okay.
so.
It looks pretty
Yep.
simple. Any other questions from the commission? Yeah, it was,
Okay.
we had to bring it back from last month, sorry. I don't know why I think it was last week. You want to take a look at it?
No, I know
Okay.
what it is. It's
Okay.
just do it.
All right, any other questions from the commission? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Archbishop Carroll High School. Good evening. Please introduce yourself and tell us a little about your project and see if we can get you moving.
My name is Duncan Hubley. I'm presently employed by Archbishop Carroll to present these two fields. The one in the back is the main the varsity soccer field, and that's the subject of sheets 2 and 3. And all we're going to do there is we're going to take 2.5 feet off one end and move it down to the other end. So we're not going to haul in soil or haul out soil. We probably will sod the field. The other field is out in the front. That field needs to be lowered. It's totally stone. It's almost unplayable. So we're going to,
I'm sorry, it's totally stone.
it's really hard. If you had your daughter playing lacrosse or soccer on that field, she would be complaining to you.
It's compacted like concrete.
Yes, it's only 60 yards wide, and this plan shows it to be 70 yards wide, and there's a tree. It's a beautiful tree. It's a 40-inch diameter oak tree, but it really has to come down because we can't widen it. And we do propose new trees to be planted along up in one corner of that field.
Okay, now
And there's 7,500 cubic yards of dirt to be moved. We're going to use, I guess, 5,000 of that, and the other 2,500 will be stored on site for the baseball field, which will be, it's being prepared as we speak, but not by me, by another engineer by the name of
I'm sorry,
Lambert.
Bradford Pear?
I don't know. I don't know. It should be on there. I don't have the last revised plans. We submitted 13 copies to Sue Jones, and I thought one would be sitting here.
okay, so I'm looking at page 4. You say it's a 40-inch oak, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And that's the only tree that's coming out? Well, the 18-inch pine, 3 to 18-inch pine, or 3 18-inch pine?
They're going to be protected. They're out of the area.
Okay.
There's nothing we can do. Believe me, I
Right.
wanted to save that tree.
Oh, no. And did you have a replacement formula listed here anywhere?
I don't have the replacement formula. I think the trees might be shown on the plan up in the right-hand corner of that particular field. Can I take a look?
Sure.
The bottom right, sheet 4 or 5. Sheet 4 or 5 in the bottom right. It said 7 4-inch yards. See them? That's what we can see.
Yeah, we're supposed to be in a title block for future.
Okay.
Sorry.
We'll find
We just know.
That's all right.
That's all right. No problem.
Well, the problem with that is there's supposed to be, if you take down a heritage shade tree, right, part of the replacement should be 3 heritage trees. These are all dogwoods. They're
Okay.
Supposed to be 6, Jack.
6, I'm sorry, yeah.
What do you mean by heritage?
Well, shade trees,
You said that.
they're listed on the ordinance.
Any tree that's over 30 inches is considered a heritage tree.
Yes, I know that, but then he
Shade
said
trees?
6 heritage
You
trees.
got to have 6 replacement trees.
Okay.
At the 2.5 to 3-inch caliber range.
Okay.
Right, so
When-
it's,
as your copy-
So the dogwoods, though,
So-
we need to
Dogwood
call them
is
something
considered
else.
ornamental. So if you could just change that out to some other species,
oak,
we know that you don't want to.
Give
maple.
me my experience in trees is limited.
Well-
If you tell me what type, we'll make the revision.
Well, if you look at it, can we give them a copy of the ordinance?
I can.
On the ordinance, it has all the trees that qualify as shade trees for
Okay.
planting purposes. There's a million of them, but I mean, most of the oaks, most of the maples,
We'll put in anything you guys.
you don't want to put in,
Duncan, just
Ashes
send
now.
an email to Sue Jones. Even though she's not here, it'll get to me, and I'll give you a list of a couple of replacements.
Okay.
And you can plant them wherever you want on that site. I'm not sure you really want to plant them as close to that area.
No.
Obviously, with your field, you're worried about shade.
Yes.
okay, which is a big offset to the field. So you want
Okay.
maybe put them around
Yeah,
this front
okay.
area up here, or we'll give you a list of some recommendations, so you have some diversity on the site.
Thank you very much. Yes, sir.
All right, so the motion is that,
We have the MPDES permit for these plans. Just to let you know, it's been approved.
Okay. Okay, so the motion is that we approve the plan for the removal of this tree. Mr. Hubley or the Archbishop Carroll representatives will get to Sue and John. Okay, so it's 6 total trees. 2 of them can be the dogwoods.
Okay.
But 4 have to be the
Large canopy.
large canopy trees.
Okay.
You know, oak, maple type.
Yeah, we'll move
trees.
that away from the field. We have the same problem we have now.
Beech are great, but they'll give you a copy of the ordinance, so that then so we would approve the motion with John and Sue receiving, and it would have to be shown on plans where you put it.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
And we can help you with that.
Okay.
if you want.
Well, I can
I mean, 'cause
touch
a
base.
mature shade tree, around a soccer field, a team can get under there and take a break. It's an important thing.
Right.
I mean, 10, 15 years.
Okay? All right. All in favor? Aye. All right, thank you.
Can I have your name, please, just for my record?
Sure, Mary Coe, C-O-E.
Okay, thank you, Mary.
Great, thank you.
295 Hares Lane, construct swimming pool.
Appreciate it.
So they're constructing a swimming pool.
Hi.
Hi. Hi, my name is Laura Miller, and my client is interested in putting a pool in the backyard. There are no trees coming down within the area, and the soil will remain on site.
So this is pretty much just another soil situation. Just want to check for tree protection fence.
That is here. I think the tree protection fence is here, if I'm not mistaken.
Can you point out the tree protection fence where the construction access will be?
Okay, the construction access will be here. It's a paved road.
Uh-huh,
Okay.
So it'll come off the end of the driveway.
right.
And I think this is the limit of disturbance. The only tree close to the site would be the tree here, and it's not within an area that's being graded.
The 15-inch, I can't see, it's 15
Yeah,
or
I can't
13-inch
see that
cedar?
either.
It's a 12-inch cedar.
Okay.
You know, there's a couple other big trees on the corner of the property, and then there's a row of hemlock up here,
Right.
which is way beyond the site. We're not going to be in that area at all.
So you don't have tree protection for the cedar, it's too far enough away, is that it?
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be within any of the limits of grading.
30 feet, looks like 30 feet away from the pool. Or more than 30 feet.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And all the trees are shown on the property, all the trees are shown on this plan?
Yes.
So they don't have any trees?
I was curious why we were here, but.
Well,
Yeah, well, that, unfortunately, they assume there's gonna be trees on most of these lots.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I understand.
yeah. that might be impacted somewhere along. And there are, actually, as you're coming in the driveway, there's a bunch of things.
Yeah, on the
trees up there.
left-hand side here, there's, we're not gonna be over
Right.
there.
Right.
We get it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
looks simple.
yep,
All in favor?
aye,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you for your patience.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
302 Orchard Way. Orchard Way.
Hello, Patrick Spellman with
Patrick, what? Patrick, what?
Spellman with Site Engineering. So the Hedricks are putting an addition on their house, mostly around the back, a little bit on the side of the house. And the addition itself isn't impacting any trees in the area. To bring in, to make a construction entrance, we couldn't get in off of Orchard Way. The garage and the house is pretty much in the way right here. So we'd be coming in off of Aberdeen Avenue, through some underbrush here and some small saplings, trees under 4 inches, coming down along here to access the back part of the yard to build the addition. For stormwater, we're proposing a rain garden, and that's what you see. It extends from the back of the house down to this corner.
Sorry, I can't, I think you're off the, whoops. Yeah, you gotta move it a little.
How's that?
All right.
Thank you.
Where's the rain garden there?
The rain garden's right here, down in this corner,
Right.
Southeast corner of the property. Putting it down here to stay out of this area, which is what the kids use as a yard. And I think it's major. We don't intend on taking out any trees over 6 inches. This area has a couple smaller saplings in it, under 4 inches. And I think that's the major part of the project.
Yeah, what kind of, for the rain garden, what kind of
Right.
work has to be done? There's nothing there. I mean, you're just basically using the ground that exists there, right?
Yeah, no, we would dig out 1.5 feet.
Dig
That's
out a
what-
foot and a half?
Yeah, and that's what we use to make the berms of the rain garden. And then you put an engineered soil compost mix back into that 1.5 feet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you continue up past the soil stockpile and then come up around that 14-inch ash, right?
Right.
And you're just gonna have, you wouldn't need very heavy equipment,
No, I mean, you're talking about taking out the 1.5 feet, putting it around.
Right.
So I would suspect they wouldn't. It gets a little tight in here too, between the fence that's right here. So, they have-
Just gonna take a bobcat down in there or something?
I can't speak for the contractor, but that's what I would expect. I mean, it may be a large, like a backhoe, maybe a little bit bigger than a skid steer bobcat, but yeah, certainly not a track hoe going down there.
At the beginning of that construction entrance, there's a cluster of all sorts of things there. There's
Yeah.
maples, ash, and that 48-inch oak. And the way they're marked, it's kind of unclear to me. How, do you see that, Jack?
Well, yeah, are there four, I mean, the 24-inch maple and the 4 paren, see that?
Yeah.
I didn't
Yeah.
get that.
Yeah,
And the 48-inch oak, so I'm not sure how those are growing, and you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't,
Yeah, they probably just have 4 little maples there, and they probably just added the inch.
Well, I think it's
inches, 'cause
interlocking.
there's, yeah,
In other words, they went around
Yeah.
4 small maples.
Right.
oh, I
and
see,
gave
okay.
us-
Right.
I mean, that would be my guess on it.
All right.
I think that's what that represents.
but the tree protection looks like should work for all of them.
Your construction entrance, What are you going to lay down as a road?
It would be number 1 ASHTO stone.
Stone.
The cross-section is on the plan here.
Okay.
where it
Oh,
says
I
num-
see it.
Yeah, the
Okay.
larger, that's the, 3-4 inch stone.
I'm looking at that 48-inch maple there near the rain garden. Is that tree protection going around there?
Yeah, it's kind of getting stuck under the limited disturbance line, but that's tree protection aligned with the circles on it, and then a silt fence in front of that.
You don't know what kind of maple that is, do you?
No, so I'm sorry, I don't.
That's a big tree, though.
Yeah, and we didn't do the survey. The survey was provided by the architects. When I went out to the site to look at it, it actually looks like 3 trunks as opposed to one big 48-inch tree. So it was interesting that you pointed out over here, close to the construction engine, where they called out 4 trunks.
Right.
This one, I don't know why, but it could be, it's more like 3 16-inch trunks.
Well, I think you're only having a bobcat come over, and the bobcat can kind of maneuver, you know. You might want to move that, do you have, it looks like, what's the scale here? They could move that tree protection out a little bit further from the base of that oak, don't you think? Is that possible?
Yeah, so get
Good.
this to come out.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just noticing that too. I swing the level spreader a little bit over,
right.
and then get this to come more like this. So, something like that.
Well, I'm just wondering if you need, if you even bring it a little further, because how wide is it there? How wide is your access route there? Looking at the scale, is there a scale on this?
Yeah, I got it.
There. 1 inch equals 20
1 inch
feet.
equals 20 inch scale.
Yeah, so you've got,
Yeah, 10, 15 feet, 15 feet.
15, man.
Yeah. To the drip line.
well, the thing is, take that out as far as that, if you would for us, just move that tree protection as far. I don't think there'll be a problem with the bobcat, the maples, but just try to, stay on the other side of that pathway, of that access way.
Swing it over a little bit like that. Okay.
Yeah, that works. That's much better.
Yeah, I see that. I see
Yeah,
that now.
that's exactly right. That's exactly what I'm looking for
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
And there'll still be room for the bobcat to get through there, right?
Yeah, that's about a little over 10 feet the way I have it drawn right now.
Right.
Yeah, that'll work.
I don't see any problem with any other trees, with tree protection. Anybody else have any questions? All right, so we recommend approval of this plan with the, with resubmitting the plans, just showing the extension of the tree protection. What direction is that? South, basically southwest of that 48-inch maple.
Right.
Okay, so you would have to get that minor revision of the plans.
Yeah, understood.
Through to the, Steve, right? Okay. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
One 15 Ashwood Road, construct swimming pool.
Yes, good evening. My name is Vince Calvitti from Blue Haven Pools. I'm representing Sean and Kelly Ryan to build an in-ground concrete pool and spa at their residence. Yes.
Pool and spa.
Pool and spa, sorry. That's what, pool and spa, sorry. A cooling spa, yes. No, sorry about that. Yes. So on the site plan, of course, we show access coming off of Ashwood Road with the tree protection along the trees that we would be coming too close in contact with equipment, and also the tree protection around the other trees in the, and nearby the, next to the access route, excuse me. There is one tree that we will be removing, unfortunately, which is really the spot where the pool and spa can go on the property without affecting others on there. And all the dirt is going to stay on the property. We're not removing any soil off there.
Is a tree shown there?
It is. Our engineer noted trees supposed to be relocated or removed, but it unfortunately will be removed per township code, but it is the 36-inch maple. Yes, unfortunately, yes. And we will be replacing it with 6 trees. They're not noted. I do have a, which unfortunately was done after the fact, a revised plan showing where the 6 trees will go, but it's not specified which ones. Obviously, ones that would be for the, approved by you at the township.
Okay, you went through that a little quick now. You say you have plans to replace it with 6 trees, right?
Yes.
Is anything on this showing at all what you're doing?
Not on, I have it on this plan, not on this plan.
On the other, on the plan?
This one that's revised, I do have.
Why don't you put that under the, and show us?
Okay. So showing them along where the pool equipment and the fence will be.
Can you just point them again? It's
Sorry,
kind of hard
here,
for us to
sorry.
see.
Sorry about that. Yeah, so it would be these 3 circles here near the equipment there.
But there's nothing regarding the species of the kind of trees you're planting, right?
No, I believe they just show per township code, which we would have to specify.
Yeah, I believe those are in such close proximity, they're probably planned to be ornamentals, just like as close as they are together, because you couldn't really put canopy trees that close to each other.
Correct, they would have to be spread out.
So to approve this tonight, we would need to, you'd need to provide our township engineer and our arborist with another set of plans
Okay.
showing that 4 of the trees would be, did you hear our previous?
Yes, I did,
Yeah,
yes.
okay, so 4 of the trees would have to be canopy trees
Okay.
as defined in our ordinance.
Okay.
They're large deciduous trees. And they would have to be of a minimum caliper. What do the caliper have to be for the, huh?
2.5 to 3.
2.5 to 3. So they have to be pretty good size
Okay.
shade trees also. And we would have to see where they're put on there, and they would have to be delineated by species.
Okay.
Okay?
And then listed in the Title 1.
Okay. That's the entire one. Okay.
Is that all agreeable to you as far as
Absolutely.
getting that to?
Sorry.
Okay.
For the new members, we usually do this just to avoid having people come back come back and bring all this stuff back in and have a whole delay for a month. And John and Steve usually are, not usually, are always, they don't let it go forward until they get what we have asked for on that, so. All right, any other questions from the commission?
Just send it in to Sue Jones.
All right,
Okay, we'll do.
all right.
Absolutely.
So the motion is approved based on them getting new plans showing the 6 replacement trees, including 4 canopy trees by species, and shown where they're going to be planted on the
Okay.
plans. All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Yes. 427 East Lancaster Avenue?
Yes.
Hi.
Good evening, Lisa
Good evening.
Thomas with Glack and Thomas Panzak. I'm the project landscape architect for this project. We're here, I have a conceptual landscape plan, We met with John out on the site a couple weeks ago to look at the existing trees, and the applicant is going before the Planning Commission for the next meeting, so that's why we're here now, to see you all and to talk, introduce you to the project and talk you through it. We'll be back with more details. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just familiarizing us with the project right now?
Right. Because the engineering isn't completely done yet on the plan,
Okay.
so I don't want to commit to locations exactly yet.
Right.
Until we get all the engineering details and site planning details flushed out through the planning commission
Okay.
and all that. So, but I really wanted to be able to come up and have you all see what's going on and know what's happening.
Okay.
Okay, great. Sure. So this is an existing site plan that you're seeing of the existing conditions. This Lancaster Avenue is right here. We've got, I'm sure you're familiar with this, it's, we've got an old house that was converted into apartments and extended, and behind here is a doctor's office and a dentist's office. There's apartments on both sides of this, on either side of it. It's, can you picture where this is?
Can you give me a reference point, like on either side of 427 Lancaster?
Oh, it's on the north side of Lancaster, and it's east of, and I can't believe I don't know the name of the road that goes to the St. David's train station. Thank you, yeah.
On the north past Shannon?
Yep,
Okay.
towards, and so the blue route is this direction.
Right.
Okay, all right. It's, I think, I actually thought it was a different site when I first started to work on it. I got confused, and then I passed it. I'm like, oh, I was at the wrong site. Anyway, so these are the existing conditions. The gray hatched area is impervious surface on the site. We have a number of nice trees that are present on the site. We have a 32-inch oak right here. We have a 40-inch oak right here. We have a 12-inch dogwood. And a 20-inch maple, and then a 14-inch stewardia. And that's the green highlighted areas right here. As a result of the construction, they're putting in 22, apartment building with 22 units in it. I'm going to show you now the plan, take away the existing conditions. Okay, great. So here we are at Lancaster Avenue, and a new driveway is being proposed parallel to the property line, to the eastern property line. And you can see the outline of the building. Here it's got parking underneath the building. So you would drive in, and there's parking, and then there's some parking along the face of the building too, right here. And here on this plan, we've highlighted again the trees where they're located, so you can see the reason why they need to come down. It's a total of 5 trees. Yep, 6 trees, I'm sorry. No, 5. And we're providing 17 replacement trees. If you look on the conceptual landscape plan we gave you, on the right-hand side, there's the chart for the replacement.
You have, I see there's on the bottom of the page, I see 18-inch tree, and then above that says 24-inch tree, but there's no, nothing specific about those two. It's on the border, I guess that would be on the east side?
Right here?
Yes,
Right,
one
so-
there and then one up from that.
Yeah, it's off-site.
Oh, it is off,
Yeah,
okay.
it's off-site. So the property line is right here.
All right. And there,
Show the trees on the adjacent property.
okay, I just want to, I was
Yeah, we-
concerned about
for
this.
context, right.
I just want to make sure for disturbance, they're
Right.
not going to be disturbed near the roots.
Well, you can see where the edge of the curb is.
Okay.
So you're taking out a 12-inch dogwood, 20-inch maple, 40-inch oak, 32-inch oak. I don't see the 5th tree.
Right back here. If we can save it, we will, but this is a case of not being sure about how the grading's going to land.
Okay, 14-inch,
Stewardia.
Is this the Guardia that you got
Yeah,
down?
yeah. Again,
they're not sure.
we're not sure, I mean, that's, I'm showing it, I want everybody to understand it, but if when the engineer's done and the grading's done, I'd love to save it if we can.
Yeah, it's small,
40.
kind of small. But you're pretty much filling up this plot.
Right. So one of the things we did look at were there was 2 other heritage trees off-site, and we took a look at those because they are, their canopy's pretty big. But there's a 38-inch maple and then a 48-inch maple, which is, right. So we've noted that.
That whole wood line. I think there's a Kentucky coffee tree over there.
Yes.
Oh, too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not like great, that whole westerly side of the front wasn't real healthy over there. No maintenance.
So you're in communication with the neighbors about any?
Yes, the applicant has been speaking with the neighbors, the owner, there's apartment buildings on either side,
Oh,
okay? It's all, apartment buildings.
right.
So they've been in communication, and they will continue to be in communication.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. So the point was just to let you know what's going on, and what we've started to do is do a conceptual landscape plan with the required replacement trees, thinking about where they might want to go, we're dodging utilities. We're trying to figure out where the utilities are, making sure we can get street trees in, and working with the engineer on it.
Right, right. Well, you're further along than a lot of people that are coming to us for finals.
So, just wanted to make sure everything was put together
The only
right.
thing you don't have is what your species, I don't think you have species.
No, we
replacement
purposely
yet.
hadn't done that yet. We purposely hadn't done that.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
All right, great, thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you very
appreciate the
much.
heads up.
Yeah, thank you.
Should we hold on to these or plans? Huh? We're gonna get another one. We'll get another, we'll get another set.
We'll get an updated set.
Oh, yeah, no,
Okay.
I'll come back, and you'll we'll resubmit, but it was just a little early, right, this go around.
Sure. Thank you so much.
Good night.
Good night.
Now, the next one.
Glen
here,
McCrone Park.
I know, I don't have anything.
I guess that's tabled. I don't know why the park the park commission, do you know about that?
I haven't been following that closely.
All right, well, we'll table it, there's nobody here. So Clem McCrone Park is tabled, whatever it is. Sure. Oh, yeah. I believe it, I plan on doing it. No. Is there anybody here for 836 Milmer Road? John, nobody's here, it looks like.
No.
What do we do in that case? Just put it on the agenda again, or?
I am going to suggest that we just, Steve's going to send him a letter in response to, he's the one who was in violation for the removal.
Right.
Send him a letter saying, hey, you need to replace so many trees based on what was removed, or you can donate that money to the tree fund. But I'll have him reach out to us first, so that you guys can approve it. We really can't talk about it over email, because obviously this is.
No, but I mean, isn't there some way we can make sure he comes to us? Or we could levy the fines without him being here, really, couldn't we?
You can, absolutely.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to do.
Well, I'd rather table this.
You want to table it, have him come back? Okay,
Yeah.
You want to have him come back?
Yeah.
All right, yeah.
So I think the letter should say, you have to appear before us.
Request it on public record here.
Yeah. So, Commission, so the applicant, the person at 836 Milner Road, our arborist and our ordinance inspector determined that 14 trees were removed, 6 of which were heritage, with no contact or no clearance with the township. So it apparently is a clear violation of the ordinance, a severe violation of the ordinance. And the current owner was requested to appear here tonight but didn't come. So we're going to table that to next week. John and/or next month, I don't know, do you guys want to meet every week? We can start. I don't know why weeks are on my mind. But anyway, so Steve will send them a letter, or John, or the two of you in conjunction will send them a letter telling them they must appear at our next meeting.
I'm reaching out to Steve right now.
Okay. And that, I guess we should let them know that if they want to be, action may be forthcoming at the next meeting, whether they show up or not.
Right.
Okay. Do we need, all in favor of that?
Aye.
Aye. Okay. All right, hazardous tree removals. Most of our people here are, obviously the trees have been looked at by our arborist and were approved. Most of the applicants are making tree replacements.
Which is great, hazard trees, and they're,
Yeah.
We've been pushing the recommendation for replanting, even though
Right.
in Blue Camp, we've been pushing, it's been pretty respectful.
Right. All right, so did everybody get a chance to look at them? Now, what about Villanova? 4 trees will be planted. Okay, there was, what about the swim club?
I'll give you a little update on Villanova. They had a plan that was approved.
Yeah,
I have had an inspector from my company there during the course of the whole project, during the clearing.
yeah,
To make sure there were no removals over and beyond what was planned. They did a great job by following their guidelines. When they got through some clearing of what was approved, it opened up canopies and some other issues that we saw that were hazardous.
right,
We pointed them out. He actually said you had to take them out.
okay,
So we gave them approval, but they also were required to replace, even though they were hazardous, because those trees were remain, because that's part of the buffer, dead or alive.
Right.
They were still part of the
Right.
abatement there for the visual.
okay. So they'll be planting 4, and those will be shade trees?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yep.
Now, what about the swim club?
The swim club, we asked them, they probably did not respond to us yet.
Okay,
Yep. That was a really effective tree.
okay. All right. All in favor of approving the hazardous tree removals?
I have one.
Okay. Go ahead.
Like Cabrini College,
That would be me. Should I step down?
no. How come you didn't say tulip poplar? What kind of poplars are?
Oh, I did. It's not just on here. Come on.
Sue's acronym, poplar.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
All in favor?
Okay, all in favor? Aye. All right. And with that, the January 27th monthly meeting of the Radnor Shade Tree Commission is now adjourned. Thanks, everybody.